Hi there, my name is Curtis Storr, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a real estate investor. I'm known as a financier and a strategist, and those are just basically fancy words that say I'm good with math and I do risk mitigation for real estate investments. I want to do this post today, this blog about I got accepted to Investopedia about 3 days ago. Yay. The reason I signed up for that is I'm a real estate investor. I've been on Investopedia myself, for advice, information. It's a great place to look up definitions, things like that. Just to continue to educate myself. But I also got involved with reading some of the questions and answers from some other people who were posting questions on there and how the answers were coming out. And I did one this week also. There was a question about setting up a 401k for my children, and hopefully the person that I referred them to this blog, so hopefully they're going to see this video, and that's part of the reason I'm doing this video, is because I want them to understand that my background, even though I'm in real estate, I I have experience in personal finance and retirement investing, obviously real estate investing, but other investments also. Taxes, small business, you have to have a business. I had several. And recently I got my insurance license. And the reason I got my insurance license is as a customer, I wasn't learning as much about the insurance that I felt I needed to make comfortable decisions. I actually got a life insurance policy, an IUL, it's an Index Universal Life, because I was told by a wealth strategist that to get one of those because you can use that also as an investment vehicle. And they were right. And but so I want to learn more about that because my goal now is, and that's why I started training for Family Investor, is, and this is what I noticed on Investopedia. I notice this when I speak to people on the street, at the gym, and everywhere I go. I'm finding out that people don't understand the big picture. People, like the girl at the bank, she went and signed up for a 401k and walked out of there and didn't even know if she had a Roth or a traditional, or if there was a company match. And that to me is sad. If a financial advisor or anybody who's sitting down with a person, especially a young lady like that, needs to tell them about everything about that product that they're signing them up for. I'm not saying that they didn't. Maybe she didn't remember, but she really had a puzzle, and she worked at a bank. So, I would think that they would really take care of their people, but what I'm finding is people don't see the big picture, and I want to solve that problem. I want to solve that problem for children. I mean, if you're in high school and you go to Family Investor, I want you to be able to watch my trainings and totally understand what I'm teaching and be able to implement it, or be able to sit down in front of that person signing you up for a 401k and know what questions to ask and make the right decision. And so let me go into my next training here that I want to cover for that person. Hopefully they'll see this. Is I have another posting about the 401k versus the vault. I'm not picking on 401ks. If there's a match, it's a good product. If your employer matches, then 2%, then put in 2%. Anyways, that's a whole nother topic I want to get into. What I want to show everyone is any investment that you make that has a negative return has a different outcome. And let me get started. Oh, you're looking at, I started off on the wrong graph here. But let's say we have a positive year. I gave away the secret if you're looking at the numbers or the graph. You have a good year, both your 401k and vault go up to 55,000. And the vault, I'm calling it that. It's not. It's a product, and that name is caught on for a lot of the investors out there that we call it our vault because I have one. It's an IUL, but there's other products out there. So I'm using a generic name just to get the point across about negative returns. Okay, so don't focus on that, but I'm using that product because that's what I know about, and I think it's a great product because of the way it performs. I'm a numbers guy. And let's say we have a bad year. I'll put in a bad year over here. You'll see over here to the left. And now you'll see that the graph, the 401k line dropped, okay? And let's have a good year. Okay, so now you see this, since it dropped here, there's a gap between this and the vault. And if you look at the numbers, you'll see it went down to 49,500, only 500 less, but the vault stayed at 5,500. That's because this product is a contract that's written that if the S&P 500 go, or whatever index they use, I'm just using that to get this training. This is just for training purposes, all right? There's a whole variety of stuff out there. And this product will not go below zero. But there's another caveat. It has a cap. It won't go over 13%. And I'm just picking 13%. Some are 14, some are 12. You know, there's all different types. So when it goes up again, it has an advantage. It started off at 55,000, where this one over here started at 49. That's why you see the gap. And since I started on this graph, this is my plus minus 10% for, I think, 24 years. So we could get a graph and see visually that you're declining, where with the vault, you continue to earn and go up. If you look at the numbers over here, you'll see over here 49,000, which is less than what you started with, versus 156, almost $157,000. Big difference. Better product, wouldn't you say? And you say, well, the S&P doesn't perform up and down 10%, and you said the vault has a cap. Well, that's why I did these actual numbers for 10 years. This makes me sad because this is like my 401k. After 10 years, and then I repeated the numbers. These are actual numbers in the blue, bolded, repeated down here, just to get a 20 year graph over here. So you can see it's very similar to that up and down 10% graph. It's very, very similar. You start off with 50,000, ended up with 31 in this, but let's just use the actuals. You're 39, big drop. But a lot of you probably are good with numbers, and you're looking over here, and you could see that we had 3 years negative that started off in 2000. This is crazy. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I'll show you. I'll show you right now. Okay, we got a positive and a negative. Let's make that a positive. We got a positive, a negative. Let's make that a positive. 4 years now, 5 years, 6 years in the positive, 7 years in the positive, but you know what? 10% is a low number. Let's go up to 20%. And remember, this vault has a cap, so I have to reduce that to 113 because it has a 13% cap. Look at that. Oh my gosh, if you're looking at the numbers or if you're looking at the graph, you could see the 401k outdid it. I mean, I don't care. I will put in 30%. Okay, and over here, 113. Look at that. Boy, that 401k took off, man. Look at how far it was ahead. Doesn't matter. As soon as it has any negative years, look what happens. Slow and steady, the vault. Slow and steady. Over time, over the 20 years, numbers don't lie. I mean, I put in some big, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 positive years, but 2 of them were pretty huge. I mean, I think the best actual year here was 28%. I went 30%. You know, most of them are a lot lower. They go negative too, 37, almost 40%. The key isn't to focus on the data, but the focus on is the fact that as soon as you have a negative return on your money, you start flattening out. You don't continue to earn like you should. I mean, over 30 or 40 years, yeah. I mean, yeah. But then there's fees too. And I believe you have to check this stuff out. This is for training purposes. I believe most of your 401ks and other funds, their fees are all based on a percentage. So if you're doing really well, they're going to take a percentage of doing well. If you're doing bad, they're going to take a percentage of whatever is in there. So they make money even if the only time they wouldn't make money is if you went to past zero, below zero. Well, they close your account because they're not going to work on it anymore because they're not getting any money, right? They're going to close your account. The vault, it's a fixed amount. It doesn't matter how much is in there. And because they know it's going to keep growing. You know, they do illustrations. They'll show you what their target is, their goal to make your vault grow. And then, of course, they'll look at actuals also, kind of like what I did here. And that's the whole reason I got my insurance license, is so I can learn more about this and share it with you guys, because I don't believe anybody's doing that. And that's everything I wanted you to learn today about negative returns on any, remember, it's on any investment. You know, I use 401k as an example because a lot of people are thinking about getting 401ks. And it all depends on the big picture, though, really. I mean, it could be a good thing. It depends on how old you are. It depends a lot on the market. I mean, there's permanent life insurance products out there that have guarantees. Some that don't, but they pay higher returns. You know, more risk, higher return. But those don't go below zero. And you can see what a negative return on your money will do to you. That's all I want to get across in this training. I appreciate it. Hope you will sign up to follow us here. There's the little pop-up comes up on the blog site where you can sign up and give us your name and email address, and we'll keep you posted on when I start the more in-depth trainings. All right? Thank you very much. Have a great day.